Hello. Test, test. I hope the stuff is working. I drink tea until you guys confirm. Yeah, it's working. Good day, everyone. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well. If it's morning at your end, good morning. If it's evening, just like here, good evening. It's good to see you. Chat, can you say something? Say it's working and we can hear you well. And leave a like, guys. I like likes. Muhammad, M Design. Good day, my guys. All right. Unreal Engine 5 preview. Let's go. If you're watching this in future, consider also leaving a like, subscribe. Hey, someone took their like. I'm just kidding. Let's go. So based on yesterday's requests, I didn't prepare anything. I'm just kidding. I prepared the scene. I just literally clicked open and opened the scene. I never tried the scene. It's from Evermotion, and we're gonna export this to Unreal Engine with Detaching, and we will see how it goes. This should be fun. All right. All right. Chat. I love you guys. Okay. The lone wolf. Are we gonna see your cat talk again? Harun, come there, calling for you, buddy. He's like looking at me with anger. He does not want to come, but yes. Abdulaziz, welcome, buddy. Misam, hi, how are you? Lucas, good to see you again. Ben and Paul, good stuff. And yes, Misam, you can ask me, of course. Anyone have any question, you can ask. And tell me, guys, where are you watching from? I have my notes ready for all of your questions in case we cannot answer something today. It will be answered hopefully tomorrow. All right. So I'm gonna set my timer to just not to forget myself. Yesterday we went 3 hours. It went just like that. I could not even feel it. So just in case, I don't know, it's hour by hour. And yeah, let's start with this scene. So first thing I like to do is to select this big box, and let's just detach some elements. So I'm gonna start with the walls, or I'm gonna start maybe with the exterior pieces. And I don't know why it's like this. Let's select by angle, click F2 so we can see stuff. I'm just gonna detach these faces. So we should not export convex or concave shapes, or that shapes that are convex, sorry, or shapes that are closed. If we want Lumen or Light Bake to work properly when we have meshes like this, these are okay for V-Ray, Corona, F-Storm render, whatever offline renderer we use, but for Unreal Engine, you should not export your meshes like this. Okay? Yusuf, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much. How are you? How are you guys? How are all of you? Type I'm great or fine in the chat. So we have Abdulaziz from Iraq, Riza Studio. Hello, buddy. It's good to see you. Does Unreal Engine 5 release? Maysam, we have now Unreal Engine 5 in preview, and it's preview 1, so we should expect in the near future, in a couple of months from now, preview 2, let's say, preview 3. And as far as I know, towards the end of the year, Q4 of 2022, we should have the final production version of Unreal Engine 5. However, if your question, should I start learning Unreal Engine 5? The answer is yes. Please start learning Unreal Engine 5. Start learning Lumen, Nanite, and all that good stuff. So detaching elements with my shortcuts. I use select by angle to make my selection faster. And I have a shortcut to detach elements. I'm very fast, boy. Okay, this should be good. And we can select these. Let's grow the selection to make sure everything is selected. I'm glad to hear you're doing great, Yusuf. Riza, so what happens when you overlap poly and import to Unreal? We can try that. Basically, you would see like flickering a lot on faces when you have like overlapping faces. And I would say, why? If you have or if you see overlapping faces, just get rid of them because they're useless. All right, selecting all these faces, clicking detach, and we should be good. So because I like to keep organized, let's find these assets that are called object. So we have assets that are called plane. These are, and we have, well, let's not really focus on renaming assets, but ideally, I would never ever export like object 02102. I always, and this is for all of you, my guys, click the objects, click S, and let's click S, for example, underscore wall, underscore, yeah, let's just do it. If this is a wall, for example, right? Always keep organized. So it's especially when we start to in future when we get into data prep. I'm gonna hide the lights, I'm gonna hide the furniture. Click 7 to see how many assets we have here or how many polygons. I'm gonna also hide the props. I like to export things separately. So we have, yeah, let's hide the lamps as well and the props. Wow. Yeah, so that's the building itself. I'm gonna go to my data math folder, make a folder here, call it AI Arch Interiors 44. And let's call this data math export building. I'm gonna click data math, the extension. Rafael, how are you? Cheers. Welcome. أهلا وسهلا حبيبي. Lucas, so you have to detach just the face. Yeah, when we detach elements or assets, imagine if you have like a surface. Yeah, by the way, the stream quality should get better soon once I make this work. When we have like angles, so 45 degrees or 90 degrees and whatnot, sorry, 90 degrees, like let's say this is the face, we detach this from this face. So if you have like a ceiling that is connected to a wall, should detach the ceiling itself and detach the wall by itself and then detach other walls by themselves, and try to keep things similar in terms of size. So maybe we can, once we get into Unreal Engine, we get some problems. I'm gonna tell you more about that, but try not to have, for example, this is especially important when we are exporting assets for light bake. So you have like a wall that's like this size and then a wall that's extremely large. There is no right and wrong answer, but the main rule of thumb is when we have 90-degree faces, we just detach these. And yes, does this help, my man, Lucas? Okay. Hey, Marco from Serbia. Welcome, welcome. From France, Harag, Habibi. From Kathmandu, Nepal. Paul, welcome, buddy. Hey, West Africa. Omar, Tore. Welcome, guys. Do we have... Not all of them, but as you've seen, no, I had this wall. It was massive piece, like, you know, all of this was one object, and we made it now into 30 objects. And the rule of thumb, here is one face, here is another face, right? And I really didn't care about this face because we don't see it. And this is another, this is another, this is another, and so on, right? And the same for the floor. And the same for this end. And here, if I want to be more accurate, I would like leave this one alone and then this one alone, especially if I'm baking the lights. But now, because since we are using Lumen today, I don't really care on like how, we will see, I care, but not as much. if we were like to bake the lights. Okay, I'm gonna export the lamps and the props, and wow, it's gonna be fun. Let's see how it goes. So let's call this lamps, props. Leave them as they are. I don't want to detach anything. We'll see how it goes. MSI has a guy from Xbox. What a twist. Yusuf, I tried Unreal Engine 5 Preview 1, feels more snappy, but I had some issues with characters retargeting. They removed the old system. Oh. I do cartoon 3D animation, but found ways to get things work by using UE4. Interesting. Interesting. To be honest, last time I used, like, I worked with characters and animations and all. I think it's minimum 3-4 years. On and off. But Yusuf, I think we're gonna learn a lot from you once we get into filmmaking and characters. Please say yes. Okay, I'm gonna select the furniture and export this as furniture. So 3 files. If poly overlaps will affect light mass, technically no, but they are unnecessary. You will have lower light map resolution. For example, here's an example. For example, here's an example. Let's say you have a box, right? And technically, there is this face below. So if you select this face, it's overlapping with the floor, right? And we don't see it. We don't really care about it. So here's another copy of this box. One, we're going to delete the face, and the other we're gonna keep it, right? And here both we're gonna put unwrap UVW map, and usually we go to channel 2 or whatnot. Open. Well, let's make them unique first. So this is the box where we deleted the overlapping face. Okay, I'm gonna select everything, click mapping, flatten mapping. As you can see, we have 5 faces and they are scattered here on this UV space, right? And if you were to bake the light, you would get, you know, whatever decent quality. However, for the face here that we don't see, if we click on all faces and click mapping, flatten mapping, it's this is maybe not the best example, but usually like there is a space that like it's just taking space that we don't even see, right? It's this face, and this could be used for these assets, for these faces. So this we don't even see, and it's taking the exact same space as these guys. So this is why we detach our meshes, and this is why we delete overlapping faces, to make use of the UV space we have for our 3D objects, okay? So overlapping faces will just take space here, like these. I don't think we can see it, but these are definitely bigger. So in an object that have many faces, instead of upping the light map resolution on a specific mesh to like 700, 500, whatever, you can lower the light map resolution, you can still get the same result. So Riza Studio, I hope this answer helps you, buddy. The Lone Wolf, whoa, this with what 3ds Max look like now. Yes, it's you never opted in since 2008. SketchUp nowadays, and nowadays, oh, SketchUp and Blender. I'm gonna do a Blender stream soon where I would need your help, guys, teaching me how to Blender. I'm not a noob. Well, I am a noob, but I'm still a noob in Blender. What is the problem if I make all walls one element? Maysam, that's a good question. So if you make all walls the same element, so I'm gonna select all these again, and it's just like the UV space we were talking about. So this is especially important if we were baking the lights, and also for Lumen. Lumen would not work properly if you have all walls just like this as one element. They should be detached, just like when we do the same for light maps. And let's say you want to bake the lights. So if we go to unwrap UVW, now we don't do that because DataThmef is doing this automatically for us. However, before DataMath, we used to do the unwrap UVW map. We go to channel 2 every single time, go to open UV editor, and of course, before the first time ever I used Unreal Engine, I did this manually for like so many objects until I learned there are scripts. So imagine all this wall or all this floor, like all this. If we put the lightmap resolution on this object like 16K, which is of course not possible, we still get extremely bad shadows. It would look like so bad. And for Lumen, let's see if we can find a reference perhaps later. But let me actually start copying some of these messages. What is, yeah. Because this could be made in a video by itself, showing all the different things. But here's the answer, right? And now compare this, all of this UV space. This space is so valuable, you know. Compare when we have an object like this, and if we go to unwrap, whether UV channel 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter. And then flatten here, you have all the space. And by the way, guys, just so you know, for UV light maps, so of course now Mesam, you can see the difference between this mesh and this mesh. And if you were to make the light map resolution, like it will be extremely bad. So what is this? You see this object, this wall, it's now taking like what, 5%, 10% of the UV space we have, comparing to where we separated from the other elements. So instead of this, so look at this here, and now let's compare it with this mesh, right? So when we open the UVW editor, we have all of this just for this wall. So that's instantly better for our light maps. And of course, because we are in a video game, and if you want to assign collisions and whatnot, this is going to be painful, like in so many ways. And here's a tip for light maps if you guys are still baking lights, and of course we're gonna still bake lights, especially if we're developing for VR. It's okay to select a mesh like this and, you know, stretch it to fill the UV space as much as possible. So now we make good use of our UV space here. It's like, it's perfect now. Don't do that for the diffuse channels, of course. For UV light maps, that's completely okay. Okay. I'm gonna delete this modifier. I'm gonna delete this mesh, and let's go back to Unreal. I will click Control Space to bring my content browser. I'm gonna read the chat every like 2 minutes so we can focus on doing something useful, so the stream can be fun. And all of you guys, in case you didn't leave a like, please hit that like button. Okay, in the content browser, let's make a new folder. And just like always for me, this is my personal preference. I have underscore projects, so it's always on top. And then we can here make another new folder. AI44, Archviz, DataMath, and maps. And just in case, if some of you don't know why I do this, I will show you. If Miro decides to open. Dropbox. Go away. Okay, I don't think Miro wants to open. Let's make a level here. And let's call it maps. Let's call it level. Such a creative name. That's level. And I'm going to click on add to our scene DataMath file import, and I will go to our DataMath file, and I will select these three. However, I'm not gonna select furniture just for now, and let's actually import one by one. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, no. The building by itself alone, DT. And let's import with the cameras. the lights would be imported later. We can try with that. Hey, Nikos, Koilos. Hello. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Watchtower. Hi from Philippines. Hello, hello. It's good to have you. Wait, I lost the chat again. Alright, Raphael. Yeah, I'm Autodesk dropout. Now just Blender. Nice, Raphael. I know who to ask now too when I have Blender questions. And I will have a lot. Now compiling shaders and all. Let's make a new map. Before, I'm gonna take a look at the chat now while the engine is compiling shaders. I'm gonna call this map furniture. Double click, click save. That's some good tea. Yusuf, Lumen works best when you have each wall as separate mesh. Yes, that is right. It creates those cards for global illumination based on a bounding box. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Thank you so much. I wish we... What was the console command or the thingy to show the cards? Maybe we can... I wanted to go to the documentation on Unreal Engine. Maybe we can explain even better. But that is the answer here, guys. So one of the main reasons also we separate meshes. We don't have like one wall as a massive element. This is the main reason. Like we don't have these convex shapes, like where you have like you know, a wall that looks like C or L or whatever. So Lumen works best when you have each wall as separate mesh. It creates those cards for global illumination based on a bounding box, and the cards, they can be visualized. It should be either a console command or something, but basically, if anyone can teach me how to show these cards, I completely forgot. You are amazing, Yusuf. Shout out to Yusuf, my guys. He's always very helpful. Maysam, what's the difference between Lumen with Unreal Engine 5? Maysam, so Unreal Engine 5 or Lumen is the new global illumination and reflection system in Unreal Engine 5. Before Lumen, in Unreal Engine 4, if we want to bake the lights, or sorry, if we want to, we can show you quickly once this map opens. So basically, in Unreal Engine 4, when you have a scene like this, let's say this room, I don't have a better example. When you add a sun and add your light source and all that stuff, if you want to see the final result, you need to bake the lights. And baking lights could take few seconds, it take few minutes, few hours, I don't know, based on how the scale of your scene. Now with Lumen, everything happens in real time. There is no light bake anymore. So I hope this helps. Gusa, Tikavarowski. Cheers from Macedonia. My man. Thank you so much. You too, keep up the good work. It's good to have you. Haitham. Haitham, I'm good. Habibi, shukran. كيفك انت? How are you? Raphael, Lumen Rex does lights perfect, no RTX. Hell yeah. One question, do you know if there is a way to make displacement in UE5 Preview? That's a good, nice question, and yes, there is a way. Maybe we can take a look at it now once the engine decides to import the furniture. Compiling shaders forever and ever. I just do UVs in Blender, color, and bump map. Raphael. Wait, Riza. My pleasure, buddy. I'm glad the answers was useful. Haitham, what do you think is the best color in Unreal Engine for the lightmap resolution for Archviz projects? That's a good question too. Once the engine loads, there is no best color, to be honest, because when we import like our projects, the scale of the project is like very relevant. However, if you press Alt 0 to view the light map density, I always go between orange or green, like not green, but like between green and orange. I almost never go red because, like, well, I sometimes go red if needed, like for the highest quality possible. But orange should be good. And we can show everyone what I'm talking about once the engine gives me back control. So this is also a great question. I'm gonna copy that, put it here. I'm looking if there are any questions I didn't copy. Yusuf, what are your thoughts on the improvements on the control rig? Since you said they removed the old animation system, how is control rig now? Raphael, indeed, but Preview 1, they removed a command to have hardware ray tracing on GTX cards. Oh, no. No. I reported it on the forums. The command was r_d3d dxr allow emulate ray tracing. Oh no. Well, let's see how it goes, if they bring it back or not. Raphael, Nanite is so good. Do you need displacement anymore? That's a good question. I don't think, well, I would displace, so the workflow I was trying just a couple of months ago, holy shit, at least 6 months ago, I was making displacements. First, I get a plane or something, I displace things on it, and then turn these displaced meshes into, okay, wait. The question earlier on displacement, it was on the materials. My new workflow is I have like a mesh with, let's say, 1,000,000, or not 1,000,000, but like whatever high poly numbers, a high number of polygons. I displace that mesh itself and I turn it into Nanite mesh. By the way, I hope that you guys can hear me well, or there is no stuttering because of the engine. If the stream quality is good, let me know. If it sucks, oh no. I would rather make a game that plays on AMD or Nvidia. Got it. Why you are detaching. I'm glad. Yeah. Games should be accessible to everyone. Speaking of games, I want to play the Elden Ring. I got it yesterday. I installed it also yesterday. But wait. Elden Ring. Yes, I still didn't play it, so I can't wait until I play this game. I would say my PC would die if it tried. Maybe to the end of the stream or something, we can give it a shot. Okay, Riza, I'm glad you got the answer for why we detach meshes. That's amazing, man. Robert, I am late. What is happening? No, you're not. You're perfect timing. We're just importing now. We were exporting this project from Max to Unreal. Did I export lights from here? I hope not. I hope not. Maysam, thanks a lot. My pleasure. Okay, so in 3ds Max to Unreal, we need big UVs for each object because we need resolution. I would say from any tool to Unreal, and that is in case if we are baking the lights. So I think the best way to figure this out is to actually wait. I've done these tutorials. If you like, this is especially for light baking. For Lumen, we don't really care, but for Lumen, we still need to detach faces for the light cards so they can work properly. However, if you really want to understand why or how Lightmaps works, I have made these tutorials almost last year, but they are still very good. So if you go to the channel and you go to playlists, and then you go to Unreal Light Academy, there is one video here. I should add more, but in this class, So class 1, if you go to playlist, there are videos here, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. I go in depth on light mass, GPU light mass, CPU light mass, all the settings we can change. And this was on Lu Shuang GPU light mask, not the new one, but still, the same principles still apply. So that's for you, Maysam. Okay, now what happened? Did we import the meshes? I don't think the engine imported anything. Uh-oh. Did we wait for nothing? Oh my god. Thank you, engine. Okay. In case this happens, I don't recommend exporting like a million things at once. So here's what we are going to do. I'm gonna hide the lights. As for the furniture, oh my god, that's so much high poly. So they are instances. So let's try again. Furniture, click yes, click OK. Oh. Raphael, unsubscribe. Yes, anyone, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. So let's see, can we import the furniture? Click data mask, click file import, click furniture, and I'm glad the engine didn't crash, but it didn't import the furniture. And we don't need the cameras. So let's see, try one more try. Haysam Al-Kilani. If I stretch the UV map, wouldn't give the wall different look from the other walls? Nope. If you are using CPU light mass, I would say yes, of course. But if you are using GPU light mass, it would just... Well, I will tell you what is the answer for that. You need to match the light map density on across your meshes. When you are stretching the UV light map, you're just making use of the UV space you have for your wall. And I'm certain of it. So I read it somewhere in the forums. And hey, Nikos Kolios, hi again. So I'm saving these meshes now. And let's go back to that map where we have the building to demonstrate quickly what the light map resolution density means. Good, thanks for the answering, Raphael. I'm a bit new to Unreal Engine anyway. I don't know all the options. Welcome to the GAN. Good, welcome. Everyone who is new to Unreal Engine, can you type in the chat if you're new? For how long have you been using the engine, guys? Tell us. Just feel like don't have much control without the displacement. Got it. You are right. I could convert it to mesh. No, you can convert it inside Unreal. We're gonna talk on that in a moment. Dream Architect, love you, man. Thank you. I love you too, buddy. Yusuf, Haitham, stretching the index 1 UV for the light maps is not a problem, but if you have a different stretching on index 0, yes, the diffuse color, you will see stretch texture. Yes, Yusuf, thank you for saving me again. So yeah, when we stretch the light map UV, just like we did earlier for the index 1, which is technically in max number 2, it's okay, as long as it's for the light maps. If we do it for the diffuse texture, yes, it will look different from all the other meshes. Are we talking about tessellation? You need UVs and normal bump maps, or just ignore the texture till you get to Unreal? Kinda yes. Haitham, talking to Yusuf, thanks a lot, but wouldn't the lighting be better on some walls than the others? Thus, yeah, so it's the light map resolution what control how light looks on your surfaces. So let's open our map. So let's open the level here. And let's click Alt 0 or go to optimization view modes. We have light map density. If you click here, do you see these colors? So if you have a wall like, do you see these thingies here. Like these should have the same size if you want things to look consistent. And blue is the lowest resolution, red is the highest. So, and red, it tells you, like, do you know why this is red and why this is blue, by the way? So if you select this mesh, it's what, 512? We don't really care now because we are baking the light. So light, this is an instance, that's why. So this is the light map resolution here is 128, and according to the scene scale, like this is 128, it's kind of small, low resolution. And when we click on a mesh like this is red, I think it's 64 or something. Light map resolution. If we type light map, it would say like how this have a light map resolution of 128, just like this. So it does not make sense, let's say. So we need to reduce this or increase this. The colors here are relative, and for your question earlier, like on what is the best color, I would go through on my final scenes. It's between green and orange, like, which is kind of this guy. And I increase the light map resolution usually a lot, make it almost more than orange on the floors, so we can have better shadows. But again, now I'm really happy about Unreal Engine 5 because we don't care about any of this. Okay, so we need to import one more asset, so because we don't have anything here. So let's go back to Max. Let's hide the furniture. Let's hide the building. Max, hello. Let's select these props. Unhide all, I guess. So these are the props. Did we import the props? Yeah, let's not care about the props as much. Like all of this 3 million polygons, holy shit. So let's select the lights. No, not these lights. These lamps. Yes, these guys. And let's export these to the engine. So lamps. Let's come back here. Let's click make a level, or just add it in furniture. And let's import these lamps. These should be good. DinoTube, hey brother, it's good to see you, man. Don't be sorry, you're good. Lucas, do you ever use DataMath? Yes, Lucas, we are using DataMath with the export. So in 3ds Max, when we export, we select DataMath as the extension. So here's the final meshes we're going to export. We're going to export the props. So these elements we're going to export now. When I click export, and by the way, if you see this like very quick, I have a shortcut for export here. I don't go like to file export, like try to use shortcuts whenever possible. It will save you so much time. If you can save just 1 click or 2 clicks or 3 seconds with a shortcut, do it. So when you have DataMath installed on 3ds Max or almost any tool, when we want to save our file, our export, instead of FBX or like whatever extension we save with, we select DataMath. And we should be good. So that's DataMath, Lucas. Haytham, I'm good, أنا منيح, alhamdulillah. Honored to be here. Hey, first time you catch me live. Nice. Robert, I'm still not convinced that you don't need an RTX card. Well, I swear you don't need. I have this PC next to me. It has GTX card that I used for 6 years. Almost 90% of the projects I did for my clients, it was a GTX card. It's 1080 Ti. But if you ask me now, hey, are you still using that GTX card? No, I am on my laptop and it's an RTX card. But Robert, you don't need an RTX card. Trust me, bro. Just get started. However, of course, if you want the best quality possible, If you want to go crazy, like if you have enterprise projects, like it just depending on the type of projects you're doing, on your level, on like for how long have you been using the engine, many elements, right? If you're just getting started, any card would work. If you're working like on massive scale projects, then yes, you might even need 8,000, like that Nvidia Quadro thingy. Mustafa Nabil. Hello Yahya, good to see you stream on the UE5 preview. Thank you, Mustafa. Hello to you too, buddy. All right, so let's click save and let's import these props. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Is it? So let's see. 1 megabytes. Wow. What do we have on these props? Like, why are they so special? Oh, we have 2 stupid boxes, I did. And we have some wine, we have a statue, we have some plants. These are not good, you know. I would delete these small things. I would like, this is not optimized for a game engine. So still, like the purpose of today is just to have fun. I don't think we need the props today, at least for now. So I'm going to select the lights now. So we have, what, how many lights? 86 lights. Let's do a test with these lights. So I'm gonna also click export and call this lights. My favorite songs. Welcome, how are you? So is there a way to change Lumen quality for lower quality card to run smoother? Yes, there are many ways to change Lumen quality. Well, technically there is just one way I know of, but there were like console commands. It depends on many factors, how many lights you got. So let's see, because we need to increase the quality a little bit, decrease the quality. But let's open the map first, so we have a level. And all right, so I'm going to go to window, levels, bring this level, tab, bring it here, and I'm gonna press Ctrl space, and I will click the furniture level and drag it here. And now we can see we have our assets separated between 2 levels. You don't have to do that, but I usually do it on like large projects, especially when I used to bake lights. So change to regular level, sorry. I just need to change the streaming method to always loaded. And I'm gonna now press save. So let's check the chat real quick. I think there is not much, so we can continue. Raphael, RT cores, tensor cores are awesome for some things, but not every one. AMD has this, so why? Yes. So why not make games for everyone? Yes. Thanks a lot for answering, Yahya. My pleasure. We need also to thank Yusuf. He's helping me a lot. Thank you for the answers. I see not greenish, but more towards orange. Yes. And with Lumen, you don't care. Okay? Like Lumen, we don't care about lightmap density anymore. For oh, I clicked Alt Control 0. I have this shortcut to stop recording as well. So if you're baking the lights, I think maybe one of the future streams we can do some light bake, so we can have fun. But for today, we're gonna use Lumen only. So let's do a test. I'm gonna import the lights from Datamath as well. So I'm gonna click lights. Yeah, let's click lights, import, save them here, and let's enable lights and disable everything else and wait. So the control rig hasn't changed much. Yusuf, thank you. They added functions on the blueprint so that if you have a working system rig, you can have sort of template. Oh, on other characters. Nice. Nice. يحيى ازيك؟ ازيك حبيبي؟ انا منيح، كيفك انت؟ ازيك حبيبي؟ Mesiam, Yahya, please can you make one physical material today? One physical material. We can. I'm gonna fix some of these materials today, but could you talk more about what type of material you want, Mason? So, Mustafa, you have a question. Does the GPU light mask produce some weird artifacts, rectangular, which disappear on normal CPU light builds? The GPU lightmaps. I had this issue a couple of versions ago in Unreal Engine 426, but in 427 I didn't experience these problems. So if you are struggling with the GPU lightmaps, the official GPU lightmaps, I would recommend using Lushuang GPU lightmaps if you don't want to see the black rectangles. I think you're talking about, Mustafa, right? So, by the way, so no need to read stuff. I'm reading stuff. Ryan King, texture painting in Blender for beginners tutorial. Hey, Piyush, how are you, buddy? My pleasure, guys. Hey, please talk about the meeting with Adnan. Okay, guys, I have something that is very, very, very important. So if you go to the community and we go to the announcements, I'm gonna read this real quick, but this is extremely important, okay? You can contact Adnan later, but please hear me out. So we, the VR division team, if you don't know, we are like almost 20 people now, just in case you don't know. All right. So we are in the process of improving the service offering beyond just the training courses. We want to understand how this community can create more value to enhance your daily engagement with us and each other. But this is not everything. These improvements will potentially include creating recruitment opportunities for our brilliant community members, that's you guys, allowing them to work on exciting projects that are matching their skills, interests, and availability. So we are talking with so many companies around the world, and they are looking always for Unreal Engine experts in architecture. Um, not even like it does not necessarily experts, but like people who work with Unreal Engine or enthusiasts, and like if you want to improve. So this we are having these conversations. This is number one. So how are we doing this? To do that, we partner up with a team of MBA students at INSEAD. Really amazing people we're working with. One of the world top ranked business schools with access to immense research and learning resources in many fields, including disruptive technologies. They put together a framework to deep understand, eventually improve the way we do things at VR Division. The guys at INSEAD, the students we're working with, and your boy Adnan is the guy, like the team lead. The process starts with holding virtual meetings with current or potential subscribers to our training courses, asking them prompting questions on one-on-one basis. It's more like focus group sessions on an individual basis. So anyone who is interested in learning Unreal Engine, whether our courses or other courses, you will speak with Adnan. So how can we help? Adnan Haddad, who is also part of VR Division community and the team, is currently leading our service improvement exploration project. He is eager to talk to some of you or all of you if you can schedule time for a session 20-30 minutes via Zoom. He is dedicated to this project over the next 10 days and more. Wink. Adnan, please. And can be released. The session only can be held English, Arabic, or French if you like. So 3 languages minimum. How can you attend this session? You can either immediately talk to Adnan, and if I click on Adnan, can I see his ID? I need to tell him to show his ID. Yeah, there we go. If you want to add Adnan directly on Discord, or like if you couldn't find an opening on Calendly, or you can choose Calendly. So to take part in these sessions, reach out to your boy Adnan. See also top on this message if you can't see the name. And alternatively, please use the following Calendly link to book a session directly. So if you click on Calendly, and you can click tomorrow, for example, you can choose a time that works for you, and Adnan will be more than happy to have a call with you, talk about Unreal Engine, the future of Unreal Engine, and how can we be of service for you guys in many ways. So this is CET timing. Yeah, you can read the rest, but you know what I mean. So guys, if you want to do us a favor, if you want to help, if you want to see more tutorials, more live streams, more content, more of everything, go to the community. I'm gonna also put a link to Calendly here for Adnan in the chat if you want to immediately schedule a call with Adnan. I would really, really, really appreciate this. Please. Let's go. Thank you for the reminder, Ubaida. Okay, Nikos, it's funny and annoying to wait for import more than render. I know, right? You do it just once. So, okay, let's continue. There is some messages here. I'm gonna check them out in a moment. Let's just get back to lighting in the engine. So we have 3,000. I don't think, where is our stuff? So click F if you sometimes get lost in the scene. There we go. All right. So for some reason we don't have our materials on the floor. That's okay. That's not okay actually. So let's see why is that. But before that, let's add some sunlight. So I'm going to window and I'm going to environment light mixer. So as for waiting for import and export, it's based on the scale of your project. So let's create atmospheric light. Let's create an atmospheric sky. And that should be enough. And let's quickly organize our word outliner. So I'm gonna call this one meshes. Put this one outside. And put the meshes here. So things are like nice. And as for the light, that's interesting. I'm gonna delete these three and do it again. Yes. And I'm gonna also type light here. So we have lights. We have spotlights, we have light instances, we have more spotlights and actors. Okay. So I'm gonna try again. I will go to window, environment light mixer, create skylight, atmospheric light, and sky atmosphere. Why we don't see our sky? That is weird indeed. Speaking of Murphy's law. Okay, I'm gonna hide these lights. And even like delete them for now. Okay, so I'm gonna select the directional light. It's like it has no effect. Directional light. I'm pressing G, I can't see the light. Ah, there we go. Okay. So if we type sky atmosphere, it's enabled. Anyone ever experiment with this problem? Usually when we add a directional light, it works. That is interesting. Okay. As for this question, this is actually styling mod. So I am here in the chat, guys. I'm gonna like go now and then we can get to the lights. So these are called pixel densities, color blue. Yes, Mustafa, thank you. Styling mood. I was just seeing live from you trying to preview and you asked if you were getting the corrupted messages about maps. I'm getting it, and I don't really know how to fix it. So the reason you're getting a message with the corrupted messages on the maps, that is because you may have two Unreal Engine 5 versions. You may have the preview version and you may have the early access. To fix, when you open the preview, when you've created a project now with the preview version and you open it, all looks good, just like we see here now. However, for some reason, if you close the engine and open the project again, for some reason it will open it in the early access version. And I noticed that by mistake when I saw the maps here. So the best way to avoid these problems is to have only one Unreal Engine 5 version installed on your computer, which is the preview one. If you don't want to see errors on the maps and like compile 10,000 shaders every time you open the Unreal Engine project. Styling mode, I hope this helped you. Hi Thumb. My pleasure, buddy. So I'm gonna scroll down all the way to see more messages. I'm good, guys. Nathan, thank you for asking. I hope you're doing good too. You have in unlit mode. No, I am in unlit mode. MDesign. Hey Ryan, if I am a complete beginner, who should I reach to, please? To us, VR Division. Come to the community, join us on Discord, and Unreal Engine is the question section and all that good stuff. You can paste problems, questions, all the good stuff. And your boy AJM is like full ballistic answering everyone's questions. Okay. How are you in special view mode? In my opinion, you are in special view mode. No? Well, I was in special view mode. So here's unlit. Unlit looks good. All is fine. But lit is just everything is complete darkness here. And I don't know why. So is it possible to turn on the atmosphere only within an object and still have an empty space or not? Adam, I honestly don't know. Ryan, there are no dumb questions, brother. All questions are good questions. If we don't ask, we don't learn. So I'm gonna delete this again. Sonita, hello. Nice info on architecture projects. My pleasure, Kaji-san. I wish I could fix this light problem now though. So I'm gonna save this and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new level, just like that. And in this level, the first thing I'm going to do is to open my environment light mixer again and create skylight, atmospheric light, sky atmosphere. I might know why. You see, we see the atmosphere now. Okay, let's go back. I think I know why. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. So let's go back to the level where you don't see anything. And let's type for post-process volume. Okay. When we type in the word outliner post-process, we have this global exposure. And if you are using V-Ray, and if you press 8 environments and effects and whatnot, we have exposure control, V-Ray exposure control, like these settings, they get exported with data map. However, this one, for some reason, when it gets exported, it has like extreme values on the exposure, like this manual. So the exposure compensation, let's pump this up to 10. And now we can start seeing some stuff. Did I delete all my lights first? Yeah, I think I deleted everything. I don't know. Let's make it 15. But of course, the best way is to just get rid of it and make a new one. So yeah, we don't have any lights. So I'm gonna put this back to 1, just like the way it was. I'm gonna create skylight, atmospheric light, sky atmosphere, and height fog. Why not? And now, so if you ever get this problem, guys, just like me, where like, you see like there is a sun, it's such a, if you press Ctrl L, yeah, we see it. However, because of the exposure on like the exposure settings, if we set this now to 10, there we go. Easy peasy, habibi. And now we have lights. So if you ask me what you would like to do, I like to delete this global exposure and create my own. So I'm gonna delete this. And I will go to here, I will go to visual effects and post-process volume. And let's add, yeah, let's just make it infinite. Wow, that's so much lights. Yeah, we got a question earlier on how to control quality of Lumen for lower, like, you know, for more frames per second and whatnot. Actually, I have multiple tips here. So now my computer is trying to get the highest possible value on the frames per second. And this will like kill my GPU, especially now I'm like doing live and yeah, that's it. So what I recommend, if you want to have more consistent results, is to limit your frames per second. So I forgot how to do that. Let's type FPS. Yeah. Oh, it's been an hour. Okay. So during work, if you don't want frame drops, especially if you have like low-end GPU, I recommend typing the command t.max FPS, then type the number of the FPS you want. I'm gonna type 30. And now things should be more consistent. It should be more comfortable to work with the engine in general. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat that again. You don't have to save it. If you just type FPS, you will find it here. T max FPS. Click on it. It will type it for you automatically. Click space, and then you can type the number of FPS you want. I'm gonna type like 24, and now it will keep it at 24, right? Okay. Let me do the following. So let's type infinite extent. So when we add a post-process volume, go to the post-process volume settings and let's enable infinite extent unbound so it can affect the whole world. Akshay Kumar. Einstein Yahya as well. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Ryan B. Thanks, shukran. Habibi, man. Sonita Shah, you are new to Unreal. Nice. There are so many people new to Unreal here. Well, if any of you guys are new to Unreal, when I go live, this is your time to ask. Adam, for example, in the space colony that I'm working on, I want to atmosphere to have the same light inside and the cosmos to the outside. That is an interesting project you're working on, Adam. I never, like I want to see. Sometimes for me it's hard to imagine. If you can join us, come to the community on Discord. Feel free to tag me as well. Come to the show your work and show us your work or ask your questions. It might be easier for me or the other community members to be of service. Let's see. By the way, nice, nice. Yeah, guys, show us your work. Help each other. Okay, Adam, you may need to. So, if I only had more experience with the, what would you call it? The construction script, it's always possible to like, it is possible, not to, in playtime, so you can like have triggering events. So let me show you something. When we add height fog, let's say, or any type of exponential height fog or anything, you can't control every single setting with Blueprint, right? You can access everything. Okay. This is the thing you're working on, Adam? Yes. Nice. That is dope. Bruh, I can't wait to see this in Unreal. Nice. So you want, I remember, let me see. There must be something out there to help you. Sun Sky in UE. There were, how about using a skybox for the colony, for the outside, and you can control the how much emissive it is. I will disable the lens flare, and I will reduce the bloom just for now so we can see better. So there was this space colony thingy in the engine. I'm not sure if it's still here though. So let's see, if you are lucky. There were something here that has to do with space, but it's extremely old. Trying to help you, Adam. It's not here. So let's type. What was the name of that artist? Unreal Engine space. Trying to find something on the side. How to start one by one to learn Archviz in Unreal and 3ds Max. Johnny, that's a good question indeed. You can watch the stream from the start. You need any scene. So the scene we're using today is a scene from Evermotion, and we are using DataMath to export the scene, and we just exported that. We had a problem with the lights. We fixed it now. Adam, I will have another streams on world building and creating space scenes. I want to stay focused on today's topic, which is architecture. I'm sorry if I cannot answer you now on this, buddy, but listen, I love making space stuff. So we're gonna do something soon, promise. And guys, you can find some links in the description. I don't want to do any ads, but if you want to support, to help, just follow me. Follow the VR division, follow all that good stuff. Johnny, there is a playlist on the channel. If you want, it's a 1-year-old class I did. It's completely for free. And based on the feedback we got, wow, 40,000 views on this playlist. This is like almost step by step as well. And if you want more, go to VR Division Academy, and for anyone, there is a link I need to post for you guys. This is quick. I'm gonna paste the link. There is a new update for the Unreal Engine 5 Masterclass. This is a waiting list for anyone who is interested in learning Unreal in Archviz 4 and 5 step by step. There is massive update coming soon. You can join the waiting list. I just pasted a link for you. You need to update, to upload samples of your work so we know your skill level, a link to your portfolio, Discord if you use it, your profession, just a couple of questions, that's it. And if you want the free alternative, here on YouTube, everything is here. From the very start on how to find inspiration, 3D modeling, and so on. It's like very fast and good guide and learning, of course. Okay, so let's go to levels. Let's unhide the furniture now. And notice when we unhide the furniture, everything got black again. The reason is because there is another post-process volume that we need to delete. So let's select this guy, delete them, click yes, and let's wait a couple of seconds. Actually, let's not wait. Let's just go to manual and set this to 10 or 12. Let's set it just for a number. So let's say 10. Now press Ctrl L. Let's select our directional light. Can increase the intensity if you like. Or if we select these, so it's now time to manipulate some materials. So this is something with DataSmith. I don't know why DataSmith do all of that, but let's say you are a 3ds Max user or Cinema 4D user or any tool user, and you export your projects from your tool of choice to Unreal with DataSmith. Now this improved a lot, but it still needs work. Usually for me, this is way too complex, way too much, so I like to simplify it. So if you hold Alt and left mouse button, let's click on metallic and specular. I usually never touch these. And let's see, on normal, what do we have here? Why does have normal? Like there are some nodes that does not make sense. Okay. I don't even think we need normal here. So we have bump to give some bumpiness on our mesh. So if we select this, it's like height map, offset, coordinates. It's literally doing nothing. So normal. Let's also unclick this, hide it, because this is way too many nodes. And when we detach or like dewire materials, and you want for this to get cleaned up a little bit, I just want to connect this because I don't want to lose it. You can go here, clean graph. If you click on clean graph, click on clean up. All of the unused nodes, they'll be gone. We don't want them. Now, as for the base color, I think, so this is the diffuse color and it's mixed with this. This is completely unnecessary, so we can just click here and put it here. Hey, that is nice. So if we do this. Ah yeah, that's because we connected the normal map here. Now we can see its effect. So let's just click here. The material graph does not have to be complicated, you know. I don't know why DataSmith do that. And this is exactly why I have my own materials in Unreal. And I build my own library. And I wanted to show you this earlier. So I'm reading, son, thanks sir, Johnny, my man. Can we upload our work which is done with V-Ray, Corona, and 3ds Max? Yes, you can upload any of your work, and we will tell, like, you can leave a comment. There is what you're hoping to learn and all. If you don't have work done in Unreal, absolutely yes, please do. Blender and Unreal work really well together, but texture nodes may not come through. Yes, for those who are new and like you are, let's say, struggling with textures and all, there are Twinmotion textures, Unreal Engine, that's engine. There are here 500 textures, guys, that are really good, and you can open them. We can open some of them now. You can take a look at the graph if needed, change some of the floors. They are very nice. So yes, as for the textures, you will slowly be building your own master library, and we're gonna talk about this another time, I guess, but this is why I never export my projects from Max or any tool with the textures to Unreal, like just because of DataSmith. Someday it will be improved. Now, here's what I would like to do. I would like to click M. So if you want to understand this, by the way, like materials, what are materials? Like first of all, it's like PPR based. So we have base color, we have metallic, we have specular and roughness. We need to understand these. If you understand these, you can create almost any surface you like. The base color is pretty self-explanatory. You can connect things with color here, RGB. Like once you connected, you can see we have colors. Metallic, specular, and roughness. Metallic is whether the object we have here is metallic or not. So usually, if it's not metallic, we can put 0. If it's metallic, we add 1. And now it's like metallic object. We don't put something in between. It's not recommended really, like, because we use roughness to control let me see look dev. Okay, so material metalness, it's either plastic if we have the value of 0, or metal. Sorry, let's do this, I think, so we can see. I need to check, by the way, the quality here. Yeah, I have this thing, recent subscriber, that is not working. I hope my picture is not bothering you guys. So if it's bothering you, let me know if you can see stuff here. So the 4 main elements we need to care about is the material color. So if you have a solid color or if you have a texture, so we connect that in the base color. Okay, metalness, 0 for plastic, 1 for metal. It's as simple as that. Yeah, man, I have water and I completely forgot. The design guy, thank you. Stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated. Oh yeah, water is so good. Yusuf, I have Nvidia Omniverse, but I didn't dive deep into it yet. I'd love to take a look at it soon. Omniverse rack with Turbo Squid. Nice. Export by USD. Nice. You guys make me excited about trying Omniverse. I tried that audio to face thingy. It was dope. Hey, Oken Studio. Welcome, welcome. My man. Alright, continuing. So plastic, metal. Drink more water. And we have roughness. Roughness determines how rough our surface is. 0, it's not rough, it's mirror-like. So if you want to create a mirror in Unreal Engine, we set roughness to 0. And the more we increase it from 0 to 1, so all these values here, metallic, specular, roughness, they go from 0 to 1. Same for base color too, by the way. And if you want to learn more, I'm gonna share a link with you in a moment, but that's how it works. Specularity, we rarely touch it. The default value is 0.5 because everything in real world is specular. So if you just learn how to control these, so here, by the way, when roughness is on 0, like a smooth surface, when we have a rough surface, it does not reflect light or like things as it should. So like it's rough, it's like it hurts if you bring a rough surface and you do this. Don't do that, but you know what I mean. And so what do we have? Roughness from 0 to 1 with metallic value of 1. Here I don't think we have a metallic value. Here if we mix things together, if we add a pump node or a normal map, so let me show you something here perhaps. Yeah, so base color, easy peasy, this is the base color. Roughness, you see white areas are the value of 1, which is rough, and the black areas are the areas that are not rough, and you can see the reflections here. So you see here these black values. Here we have some reflections, so the surface is like smooth, like, or you know, not rough. And metallic, this is either black or white, determining the, like, this is, we need Akshay to explain this, but yeah, that's how we do it. And normal maps, so here you have the normal map. If you want to add surface detail to your mesh, to your object without adding geometry, so this is a mesh we have, low poly mesh. When we apply a normal map on it, it would look like this. It's like magic. Okay, give me a second. The design guy, thank you for the reminder again. Johnny, sir, after listening to you, I believe there is so much to learn. Bro, trust me, I always feel for myself that I have so much to learn. So it's a good feeling to know that there is so much to learn. Because no one knows everything. So do a live stream exploring Omniverse. Raphael, you get it, buddy. Hey, look who is here. Come here, boy. Can you say meow to the mic? Everyone is waiting. No, it does not, but you can say hello. Yeah, it's saying meow now. Omniverse. Or one more. I can't try it. Emissive to 10. We're gonna go emissive now. Can this be done in Python machine language? Create a good 3D effect? Parm, let's DM me, bro, if you know Python. I'm looking for someone who knows Python to discuss these things with him or her. I think you can do almost anything with Python. It speaks to all 3D tools. You can automate so many things. Hey, Ryan, where did you post your comment? Is it on Discord? Hey, Khadija, Mama. It's good to see you. أهلا وسهلا. شلونك? I'm speaking to mom in Arabic, guys. It's okay. Akshay, Habibi, this plant. Does anyone export depth passes and use Nuke for compositing? I think that is a discussion I had with someone a couple of weeks ago. You can export passes, you can export EXR formats, and you can use Nuke for compositing or After Effects or whatever you like. Yes, I think you can do that, this plant. Passes, export. I am taking a note on how to export passes for future. Okay, that's enough talk about materials. It can use its own lesson in future, but keep this stuff simplified. So I click M to add a multiply node, okay? And I connect this here, and I click S to add scalar parameter, and I click intensity, and I connect this here, and I connect this to emissive. Let's click yes. And I don't think I need a normal on this material. This is a good document that you can refer to regarding physically based rendering. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm still working on it. I want to improve a lot on this. I make like slides. Need to stay hydrated. But this is something I'm using to explain unwrapping, mapping, and that good stuff. I have many documents like this. So to finish materials, you have a white surface and you have some textures. You have the diffuse, you have the roughness or metallic, and all this good stuff. They all together, they give you a nice little cute surface. Okay, guys. Okay, Akshay, if you can send me the document you sent on DMs. I don't know why YouTube do that sometimes. That would be nice. And I also have this. It's been a while since I read it, but if you guys and the PPR guide, some nerd stuff. I love it. Not nerds, but some essentials. I do design my project on Revit, then export them to Lumen, and I can put furniture and plantings and everything, and then take some perspective and video. Do you recommend going to Unreal Engine and Twinmotion? Yes, sir. So, to quickly, for anyone who is using Revit or any other tool, there is a workflow that basically, if we type Unreal Engine Twinmotion workflow, so we have the importer. Let's just go through that real quick. The workflow is the following: Twinmotion to Unreal Engine collaboration. You have your Beam program, Revit, like any 3D tool. So ArchiCAD, SketchUp, Revit, Rhino, all these good or tools of 3D. With Detaching, we can export to Twinmotion or to Unreal, but let's forget about Unreal now. You can export everything to Twinmotion. Twinmotion, their library have more than 10,000 assets at this point, as far as I know. And in Twinmotion, you can really do a lot. You can push things to cloud. You can take immediately do VR outputs. You can create 360 images. You can do so much, right? Twinmotion, I love it. It's so fast. In minutes, you can visualize your projects. And of course, they have the full Quixel Bridge library, if I'm not mistaken. And here you can refine, iterate, like back and forth. And from Twinmotion, if you want to add that extra level of, if you want to make digital twins, if you want to do virtual collaboration, I'm reading from here, by the way, SAYS configurators, like all that custom applications, you can always export from Twinmotion to Unreal Engine. I think it's about time I do this full workflow tutorial from Beam to Twinmotion to Unreal Engine. So Ryan, I would say, if you don't want to be in the, well, it depends, but if you want to step up your game, if you want to create something that is more than just pictures or videos, if you want, like, seriously, digital twins are the future, like they are the future, like there is no big, by the way, guys, Unreal Build 2021. Here's an event I'd like you to watch. I'm like surprised by the only 60,000 views on this. Is gold. This is pure gold. You can see how top corporations, designers in the world, how they use Unreal Engine. Zaha Hadid Architects, Hawk, Foster and Partners, and others. So the answer, Ryan, yes. It's time to go to Unreal Engine, Twinmotion, and all that good stuff. And here's the link, guys. Amazing event that I would love for you to watch. You can learn, like, there is massive potential in with these tools. It's more than just creating pictures and renders. Okay, ماما شكرا وانا مشترك. Please show how to improve translucent reflection materials. Baka phone, I'm gonna take a note for this. Translucency, Lumen, still work in progress, but it is something we will see if we can cover now. This is funny. Now, Harun is like becoming famous. He heard his name and now he's coming. Stay away, bro. Hey, Raphael, seriously, you're good in not good in Python. Ah, you thought you're good in Python. Get out of here. Get out of here. What? Wanna say something? Mm-hmm. Cats, man. Cats. Get out of here. You have food, you have water, you're good. He wants to play. He loves to play. Okay. Any emissive and translucent. Yeah, I sometimes forget what I was doing. But the whole purpose of these live streams is to answer your questions, guys. Like this here, I'm just having fun. So let's set this to 10 or something. Wow. What do you want, bro? Let's see. Wow. Now that's Lumen in action. Incredible. Yo, Baba. That's my father, Ibrahim. Sorry to say that on screen. Ibrahim, كيفك? كيفك يا بي? Sorry, don't know if you talked about already that. I did, yes. And to find DataMap, it's just type DataMap on Google. And to recap what I said about DataMap, like how did we get all of this into Unreal Engine? Is go to. Let me check with Harun if he have food. Well, oh, okay, he needs food. Like his plate is half full, but if it's not fully full, he would never shut up. So let me fill his plate. He does not want to eat. Only 40 people watch the sky. I am an architect in south of France, and man, you are the best pro. Marco, thank you so much, buddy. 40 is enough, man. Gotta be grateful. Good to have all of you guys. So we have Marco from France, south of France. The rest of you, if anyone is new here, in case you didn't leave a like, please do that and tell me where you are watching from. Don't be mean to cat. I would never be mean to Harun, man. He's my cat for the past 5 years. I love this guy. Hi Harun, meow to you too, buddy. They're saying hello to you, man. Okay. Do you recommend to buy VR for Archviz or just play with Unreal and monitors? Lucas, absolutely. VR will transform how you design, how you build, how you iterate. It's like I was reading this article today. Not article, it's research from 2018. One of Jawhar. You don't guys know Jawhar yet, but you will read so many amazing articles soon on our. So let me check. Let me check. It's okay to show you a sneak peek. We are working on the website. Speaking of website, if anyone is expert in React or Angular or any high level website build language, please reach out to me. We're trying to build an amazing website and we're always looking for devs and people to help us. So where I can find that article? I will take a note, Lucas, on why VR is important, but you can tell from the name VR division. You would feel you are in the space you're building. It's like looking at the monitor on your designs. It is not the same when you put the VR headset and experience your design. Like especially on one-on-one scale. It's not the same, bro. I do recommend buying any VR headset. I have Oculus Quest 2 on the way. I have I have HTC Vive. I have Oculus Rift S something. And Oculus Quest 2 I was waiting maybe for something newer, but I don't think would ever and I don't know, but yeah. It's on the way. Waiting. I was hoping for Oculus Quest 3 or something, but it's fine. You're Marco, thank you so much, man. Thank you. My job is to help you guys make amazing work. So let's get back to the design. I saw a question earlier on if this is in NYC. I honestly don't know. And if you know the name of the architects who made this, I would really appreciate you. Because this scene is from Evermotion, but I'm certain it's they take from their inspiration somewhere, but they don't say the architect or something, which is weird. So if anyone knows where these guys who made this or the name of the architects, I would really appreciate you. emissive. So I'm reading chat. Give me a second, guys. What the? I don't know anything about architecture. Skydid FN. You don't need to know lots of architecture to make architecture. No, I'm just kidding. Well, if you want to ask any questions, Skydid, on architecture or anything you like, now is the time, brother. So here we have this mesh. This is so interesting. So why do we have these? I'm just simplifying stuff. Sometimes interested in like what data method does. So I'm gonna also type M here, connect it here, connect this here, type delete these guys, type S, type intensity here, and let's type 5 for the intensity. It's midnight in my place. My favorite songs you were watching from Indonesia, right? We have Kusai from Palestine. We have Lucas from Argentina. Sidekick FN from UAE. Adam from Germany. Nice, guys. Yahya, where are you from? I am from Aleppo, from Halab. We have very good food. It's so good. And now I am in Istanbul. Aleppo is in Syria, for anyone who don't know. Lucas, okay, about the VR question. How would you send the client the Unreal Engine thing without VRs? I would step up my game. I would increase the offer I'm making for my client and send them the project and the VR headset. When I first started get in Unreal Engine in 2015 and 2016, one of the services I used to provide for my customers, I didn't have VR headsets back then. We used to like send the projects on like a screen monitor like this. They didn't have high-end computers. So some of the services I used to provide is, hey, I'm gonna make you the projects and I'm gonna also make a computer for you. Like not make, like build a computer. So this will immediately set the type of customers you work with. Like it's important to choose who you work with, and I like to work with like the highest quality possible of customers. So I think sending your customers a VR headset as part of the service is something you can add. And now VR headsets are extremely cheap, or you can ask them to buy one, like the Oculus Quest, if you want to optimize your project a lot, or there is like this the AirLink thingy. So it is not as complicated as it was 6-7 years ago. So providing like I like to look at the services we provide, guys, not only visualization. It's like no visualization, sales, problem solving, solutions, like a lot. Bro, I love Lumen, by the way. So that would how I would do stuff, Lucas. If it's not an option, then I would provide them with options. So hey guys, there is this package, let's say, that you don't get a VR headset, or like it's not just VR, it's just a normal project. Oh, sorry. And there is the package number 2 where you get the project plus VR headset, and there's project number or package number 3 where you get multiple projects and the VR headset, because you also want your clients to work with you on many projects, not one project or 2 projects. So like providing my clients with a computer and all is just also a guarantee for both of us to keep working together. And this would put let's not say pressure, but I have to then deliver like the highest quality visuals possible and whatnot. I would say if you want to get into virtual reality, first get it for yourself, use it for yourself, design better, experiment with it, and then it's becoming mainstream step by eventually. So that's that would not be a problem. Your opinions on MSI GF64 on Unreal Engine? Honestly, Sidekick, I don't know. I am not the best when it comes to knowing every single hardware piece. I'm just Googling that. Ah, it's a laptop. So it has Intel Core i7, 16 gigabytes. I would recommend 32 gigabytes minimum. It has RTX 3050. That's decent. I have 37 here on my laptop. I would just increase the RAM. I would even like, if you can go to 64 gigabytes of RAM, I would go for that. Okay. Hey, Pedro, hi from Spain. Welcome, buddy. Harun, what do you want? Get out of here. I'm really interested in how to visualize really large projects in Unreal Engine, like airports with millions of objects imported from Revit with Datafmeth. Do you think that UE5 can manage it? I would say yes, indeed. However, having millions of objects is not good. We need to limit how many actors we have in our scene. And if you are working with beam files and all, if you want, whether UE4 or UE5, they both have something. When you right click, we can have something called data prep, and data prep will save us. This is something I have to cover soon. Let me take a note. Just keep taking the same notes sometimes, but it's okay to increase the importance. In the operations, we have merging actors. So when we have specific actors that are close to each other in terms of proximity and whatnot, data prep is so important, guys. If you work with extremely large projects and you want to cut how much manual work you do, data prep. That's something we can cover in the future streams. But for example, when you have millions of objects based on specific rules, you can prepare your scenes. Sorry, drink some water. And perform operations, apply materials, merge assets, delete assets, rename assets. Like there is a lot, as you've seen here, you can do with data prep. So if you want to work with large scale projects, the knowledge or knowing how to work with data prep is essential, Pedro. So here's a link. I would recommend getting slowly into it. And I have a project, City of Berlin, that I would like to go live on soon and have fun. Hey, my pleasure, Pedro. And to answer your question on like if UE5 can do it, I don't know if you guys have seen like we have a clone of Shanghai in Unreal Engine. So look at this. This is in Unreal Engine. And this is Unreal Engine 4. Not this. This is real photo, obviously. And we have also Build Media Wellington Digital Twin. Wow. He wants to play, guys. So there is also Wellington Digital Twin, New Zealand, a whole city. So 100% there are airports in that city. It's the knowledge on how to optimize data, how to prepare data and whatnot. That's what will get you where you want, Pedro. But yes, absolutely, you can visualize the whole Earth in Unreal. Boy, you have food. Please, let us focus. So there is a video I just sent you guys. It's like 90 minutes Unreal build architecture. So if you type again Unreal build architecture 2021, you will see the potential of Unreal in scary ways. So let's go. Hey, Mad Vision, hello from Trinidad. Trinidad. I need to Google that. It's a pleasure to have you. So it's next to Spain or Port of Spain. Am I right? I'm just looking at Google Maps. Hey, welcome everyone. Fake it till you make it. That's right. If you want to... How I wanted to say that? I forgot. Rafael. So Guts, hello from Algeria. Wey, وش راك حبيبنا? Ça va? I lived in Algeria for 5 years. So can I ask you a question? If you can use my card GTX 1060 6GB with Lumen and UE5, I would say yes. It won't be the best performance possible, but to get you started, yes. However, 6GB of RAM, yeah, of course. Depending on the project, and like you will be limited in how many lights you can use and whatnot, right? So here's a quick tip, my guys. If you want to select something and there is like glass in front of it, sometimes you may need to press T to select, to like toggle translucent selection. So T, now I can select this. I press T, I can select, it would disable selecting translucent objects. And by the way, do you see the reflection here? In Unreal Engine 5 early access, we didn't have that. So this is one of Lumen improvements where we do have reflections. And that is amazing. So here's the material. I don't know why we keep having specular roughness. Ooh. Yeah, keep roughness. And as for emissive, I'd like to increase the intensity of that just a little because I like these Lumen lights. Yo, Jasper from Canada. Gus, I got R9 3090, so yes. Rafael, get out of here. I can't wait to get my... I'm waiting for the 4000 series. Let's hope it comes someday. Kadu-san from Germany. People from all around the world. Can you imagine, like, all of us now, someone from somewhere, like, we are all here together today learning Unreal Engine? That's amazing, right? Hi, does Matthew, welcome Matthew. Does the Nanite overview work in Preview 1? As far as I know, I believe yes. So let's just increase the intensity here first. And is it only on this part? Oh, shop 1, shop 2. Oh, now that's annoying. What I would do if this was like a real customer project, by the way, I would unify all these materials and make them, instead of like making changes in the material editor here. So here's what I mean. I will right click, create material instance. So just like that. And I would convert this to texture parameter. Right click, convert to texture parameter. Yes. So call it diff use. Save. And I think both. So I would search for this image and so let's search for this image. Let's switch this and let's search for this. Okay, I'd open this and I would change this material texture here to this. So when we change the intensity and whatnot, well, we can change it. This would help us keep performance well. Having so many materials is not good. We should always use material instances when possible. And that is for you as well, Pedro, when you have a massive scale project. Using geometry instances, using material instances, using nanite meshes and like, well, not nanite, but all that stuff. Like there are things we need to consider and use so we can visualize massive and large scale projects. So Bruno, no, Matthew. So for Nanite, let's try it. I didn't try Nanite previews in Unreal Engine 5 preview yet, which is interesting. So let's make a Quixel Bridge. Let's open it. And I hope I am signed in. No, not damn it. Let me sign in. Sign in with Epic Games. I'm signing in. Wow. I say to him like, I understand you, bro. What you want? If I know my password, let me bring him his game or something. He wants to play with the... Yeah, I know my password. Nice. Oh, I don't think it's a good idea to download the Nanite mesh, because Nanite meshes are so massive. Well, let's try. Well, we can download any small low quality mesh and make it Nanite, so we don't wait a lot. And so let's download this at low quality. You want that? Look at this, guys. I'm gonna throw it. He does not want it. Let's try one more time so it can stay on top of the table. Come here, boy. Good boy. Nah. Get it. Now let us work, please. Go play alone. That's kinda hard. Bad thing to say to your cat. Go play alone. How can you play alone? Good boy. Okay, so any static mesh we have in Engine, if you want to turn this mesh, so now if we click and drag this, and if we, by the way, guys, if you don't know, what I love about some of the things I love in the new preview release, Quixel Bridge now, it's just like any other tab. You can put it or snap it anywhere you like in Engine, and it's just perfect. So you can snap it here, snap it there, snap it anywhere. Wow. Yeah, he usually he likes these small caps. That one is too big. He does not like it. So let's do another test. Ta. Good boy. It's here. Go get it, boy. I'm not gonna bring it for you. Get out of here. Cats being cats. Okay. So if we have a static mesh like this, and if you want to turn this into Nanite mesh, so now it's not Nanite. Oh, he did get it. Go get it. Just right click and we have Nanite here and we can enable it. And now it's Nanite. And if we go to... So yes, now we can see Nanite meshes in our 3D viewport. And this is very good. This is a very welcome change. However, I'm kind of confused, so I'm gonna make a duplicate of this. By the way, the duplicate shortcut, it changed from Control W to Control D. I still need time to get used to this. It is what it is. I'm gonna disable Nanite on this duplicate. Ah, okay. Now we can see the difference between static meshes and Nanite. Nanite have this very bright bluish color, and normal static meshes are dark. So if you go to any top or left or orthographic view, we can now see Nanite meshes, and that's awesome. So let's select these two guys and let's delete them. I think what would be fun in future streams or videos is building an environment using Quixel assets only. If you like the sound of this, guys, type yes in the chat. How many yeses are we going to get? I guess like 4 yeses now. Okay, Bruno. Hey, Jasim. Hey, Habibi. I use UE4 and recently I learned Variant Manager to change assets but lose lighting information. Like the blueprint, change the sun time. That doesn't happen with Lumen, or there is a way to do that in UE4. In Unreal Engine, that is kinda tricky. And that's because when you build your lights in Unreal Engine, like meshes are there, right? So that's one of the things that it's like, it's an Unreal Engine. There are ways to do it or not, depending on the scenario, but it would never look as like grounded or as it should be when you bake the lights. So you should either have like a fully baked scene. Sorry, when you have fully baked scene, it should be baked maybe even with high quality on the volumetric light maps. So if you're using, for example, the CPU or the GPU light mass and you have movable meshes, so it's the CPU light mass. If you go to word settings, under the light mass settings, we have volumetric light map, detail cell size. So these options has to do with like when you have movable objects in your project, how they react to the lights around them, the baked lights. And the same for the GPU light mass. I'm glad they added this setting to it, but we also have volumetric light map. However, for the best results, Lumen with Unreal Engine 5, you would get much better results than UE4. And I know what you mean. You mean like switching meshes and switching furniture and whatnot, right? Okay, wow, so many messages. Hey, Bidro, my pleasure. Yeah, I'm gonna do data prep video soon. Like, I'm still learning data prep. It's there is so much you can do with it. We can get into the beginnings though, like getting started with it. I think we can do that either in a live or a video. Absolutely, Pedro. I took a note. So how does instance object work in Unreal Engine? That's a technical question that, how can I say? It's just like the same way they work in 3ds Max or any other tool. Like, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. Instanced. I'm typing something, maybe we can find. It's a long read though. I'm not gonna read all of it. This is not what we are looking for, is it? I would Google it. I would Google it even for me because I don't have the answer right now. And this is something like I even learned in any tool, like in Max, for example. As you can see here, the furniture are instances from each other. So because they look the exact same, so if you click in Max, for example, we know this is an instance because it's like bold. And if we do any change here, so I'm gonna like select some faces here and just delete them. Look what will happen. They also get deleted here, here, and everywhere, right? So they share the same information. So if you select this, delete, and it's like the same mesh, but it's copied in multiple places, let's say, or like referenced. It's kind of hard for me to choose the words, but this is something happening behind the scenes. So when we in Max, let's say when we click and drag, you can make a copy of an object, and this will increase your file. And if you have like 10 copies, you will increase the size of your file exponentially, especially if like high poly mesh. But when you have an instance, you can add up to 100 if you like, and the 3D viewport will still work. It's completely fine, right? I would read more on this topic. Wow. Where is the cow? Did you lose it? He's angry. Omniverse is real world size with real physics. Yes, that's something I like about Omniverse. So many things are set up from the start. It makes it so easy. So let's bring the lamps, the lights. See, he wants the cap, but I can't find it. I know he's angry, like, where is my cap? Wow. Now these lights have extreme high value. I click on this light and then let me find it for him. Where is it, boy? Bruh. Get bamboozled. Yeah. Still have it. Go. I know it's bad, but how do you manage knowing everyone will work on Unreal at some point and that it will become easier to achieve a good render? Let me understand that. Okay, good work. I'm gonna find the balance between reading the chat, working on Unreal Engine, and playing with my cat Harun. How you manage knowing everyone will work in Unreal at some point and that it will become easier to achieve a good render? I honestly didn't understand, Lucas, but if everyone works in Unreal, that would make me only happy. Go get it. Okay, so we need to add reflection cube plane for the reflections. No, not for Lumen, because reflections in Lumen, they just work. Bruh, you're so fast. Go get it from your house. No, that's a bad throw. Go get it. Okay, so when we want to select lights like this, and you don't want to select all of them from the word outliner, like maybe it's kind of hard, you can right click an asset and we can go to select Where is it? Ha. Is it still here? We have something called pin now. That's nice. Okay, maybe we can select it in the word outliner. Do you have select here? Did they remove it? Edit, visibility, transform, snapping, pivot. Bruh, where is it? Transform, snapping, pivot, group, attach to, detach, level, data math. Replace, nope. Place, nope. Let's go to editor preferences and let's type select. Select keyboard shortcuts, select similar. What? Let me open an Unreal Engine 4 project just to make sure. This is not good. Does UE5 Preview 1 support translucency? Yes, I would say. Reflection on translucent objects, right? So as you can see here, we have translucent objects and we can see some reflections on them. It's not perfect yet. I would even say it needs some work because these are not the best reflections, but we're getting there. So these didn't exist in the early access version. Now, as for these lights, I press Ctrl Shift D to select all descendants. And I would select these guys and change their intensity to, oh my god, 45 perhaps. Yeah, this is something. It would be just easier to place these manually almost. I don't know. But with data prep, we can also set these automatically so we don't like select all of them. So let's select all these and just get rid of them for now. Kind of happy with whatever we have. But you can imagine if you place your lights manually here or like automatically or something, that should be fine. However, this is something I'm interested with. So we imported this with data math with materials, but it does not have materials. So let's figure out why. Because it does not have material. So let's go back to Max. Why is there something like purge function in UE5? Is there something like purge function? Galif, I don't know what purge is. Like we have, you mean in the material editor? We have clean the material editor. Oh, it's compiling shaders, that's why. So let's quickly. I remember in Unreal Engine 4 and early access, if we right click, we have something called select, and we have all these, right? Select, you have select all, unselect all, select all static meshes. So if you press, this is context sensitive, Ctrl Shift A, we select all static meshes. And we have select relevant lights. If there are lights lighting this mesh, we have select all with the same material. and so on. So select all static meshes, for example. If you go back to the engine, let me close this. So yeah, do you see this menu? Why cannot we see it in Unreal Engine 5 Preview 1? Why we cannot see it in Unreal Engine Preview? So the shortcut still works. If you select static mesh like this and then press Ctrl Shift A, it will select all static meshes. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z multiple times to bring back our lights. And I'm gonna select one of these lights, press Ctrl Shift A to select all the similar lights and set the intensity to something like 50 or 500, or yeah, let's keep it at 50 for now. And then let's select these extremely bright lights and type the intensity units, the color, the intensity to something like also 50. And now we're getting places. So as for these places here, this should be fine. Could definitely use some work, but yeah, let's go back to Max. I'm wondering what type of texture we have that did not come. So the building, the floors. So these are the floors. And if you type M and drink some water, let's click here and see what type of material we got. So this is marble material that didn't export with Detaching. And is it because this is subsurface scattering material? SSS? I don't, is it supported? Maybe not. And one of the reasons Detaching struggles is because materials here are also like, I would not say it's easy to translate these. Like, what is this? So we have noise, we have a bitmap, we have bitmap. So we can bring the bitmap at least. Open or reveal in Explorer. And we can go back to the engine. I hope Harun is not bothering you guys. If he's bothering you, that's because he's a cat, and cats can be assholes sometimes. It's a reality. What? Bring your cat, boy. You want it? You want this? Go get it. Go get it. Did you find it? No? Because there's chicken nugget. Okay, so let's go back and let's bring our texture. Come say hello. Yeah. I don't know. Wanna stay here? If you stay here and shut up, I will be fine. Nope, he does not want. I wish I could speak cat language. It's kind of hard. So let's select the actor. So here's a tip. Let's say the floors are also instances. And when we export an instance from Max to Unreal, like we do have here, so we have also material by element modifier. That's interesting. we need to find the main mesh if you want. And this main mesh, if we open it in the material editor, or sorry, if we open it in the static mesh editor, if it wants to open, there we go. We can, so where is my texture though? Yeah, there we go. So we can also expand how many meshes we have here. Sorry, they expand the menu here. So this sometimes can be closed like this. By the way, be careful. You can click here and expand it so you can see the mesh if you like. And you can also assign textures here. But this is not what we want. We want to find the main source object for this. And to find it, let's open the blueprint. If we could open the blueprint. I can't open the blueprint. Open this. And let's assign this. Where we need to find the source mesh. This sometimes can also be annoying. So we have actor, static mesh, actor, the one we saw from earlier. Oh my god. There are ways where we can prepare our projects better in V-Ray, or sorry, in Max. So when we export them, we would have our textures and they would not be missing, just like we have here now. So this is an interesting scenario we have here. I didn't expect that, but that's okay. I used to do the following back in the day. As I told you guys, I never use V-Ray or Corona or anything. I should, so I can be of better help for you guys. But what I do recommend, or what we used to do, we used to use some scripts that would convert the materials to standard materials, and as far as I know, all standard materials are supported. So I think Corona physical material, for example, the new physical material in Corona is not supported yet. And as we can see here, V-Ray, Marble, or the SSS subsurface scattering thingy. So V-Ray fast SSS material is not supported as well. So there are materials that are just not supported, and slowly but surely they are getting supported, but when, I don't know. So to avoid that, so let's see what type of materials here that also didn't come. So if we click M, and if we click pick these multi-sub object material, these are normal materials, so V-Ray materials that have only colors: diffuse, reflect, refract. Nothing really special about these materials. So why they didn't export? Weird and annoying, but it's okay. So I need to research this. What are the materials that are not supported? Let me check the sound, if it's picking Harun's voice or not. Yeah, you can hear him a little. Not always though, which is good. Okay. It's been hour and a half already. I'm gonna read the chat, answer some questions, and call it a day because I need to send some emails, get some work done. It's already 9 p.m. here. And let's start from here. So is there something like purge function in UE5? I'm gonna read if you commented on that, Galiaf, later. Sorry, once we get there. But if you are working with the engine, let me do this. Let me do this. So here, material editor. What did I do? Let's click no. When you open a material, so let's say this chair, right? We want to improve the materials on this chair. If you open this, there are so many unnecessary elements and materials here. There's just way too much. Again, data math, I recommend for the millionth time. If you're a beginner, I would use this pack. Twinmotion materials pack in. Just type that on Google. You will find this material pack. Until you build your library. If you want to fix stuff, this is way too complex. Let's simplify it again. So I would start always the metallic and specular. I usually never touch these in Unreal Engine. Like we rarely do them, especially for, well, depending on the asset, of course. But I know for a fact that such an asset, we don't need metallic and specular on it. It's just cloth. So we can control the diffuse, roughness, and normal and other nodes is needed. So I click Alt and left click on metallic and specular. And we have an option here called clean graph. It will clean everything that is not used after we cleaned or deleted these two connections. So if you clean graph, click clean up, it will delete some nodes that are not used. Now, as for the colors here, so let's see, we have composite, and all of this is just because the way our materials are made in Max. So it's trying to get this stuff into Unreal. That's how it is. We have lerp, so which is like similar to composite, right? If we go back to Max, we have composite or mix. So we have mix, color 1, color 2, and mix amount. I think this is lerp. So lerp, we have A, B, and alpha, right? Here you can add the first texture, here you can add the second texture, and here you can add how much it's mixed, right? This is not the same texture, but I'm just for explaining what's up. So when we have many of these, you can tell like, yeah, okay, now it makes sense, right? So we have mix and we have what? Bitmap, we have colors. Depending on the texture, this one is simple. Well, this one didn't even come with the export for some reason. But you know, you get the idea. This is why it's important to prepare our assets correctly in Max, or well, mainly in Max when we want to export to Unreal. So now we have normal. Oh my god, what is this? Let's just take these, put it here. So I don't, it's just sometimes it does not make sense. So let's deselect this. We can connect this to normal. And if we click on clean graph, clean up, it will delete all of this. Reduced it. And now it even look better. So once we click save, come back here. Yeah, looking better already. So I think cleaning this up and whatnot, something I'd like to cover in future. Maybe do a whole project. So let's read the chat. BZGR. A meetup in Istanbul would be nice. I spoke about the meetup yesterday. Stay tuned. Join us on Discord. I'm gonna announce a meetup soon. Maybe we can make like a channel for the meetup. It's gonna be around Shishli somewhere. It should happen this month or at like near the end of this month. But hell yeah. Drink some coffee, drink some water, and talk Unreal Engine. What is Nanite though? Kusai. Nanite is the new virtualized geometry system. I'm gonna send you a link to read about it. Actually, we can share a video. So Nanite, that's way too much. What is virtualized geometry? Get out of here, Harun. It's a longer topic on Nanite. Let's go. Nanite, Raphael, Nanite means you can use a million vertex and no more level of detail. Yeah, if you put it like just like Raphael did. But MDesign disagrees. Hi, it's Nanite or Lumen supported for VR? Lumen is not supported yet. Nanite, I'm not sure to be honest. Zainab, we tried Lumen in VR and it worked. Interesting. I'm not certain. Oh, I lost the chat. My favorite songs. So by the way, guys, I was focused on like, doing the thing here, and here is how much chat we have to reply. We have all of it, Raphael. Good stuff. My man, Raphael. We tried Lumen. I'm not sure, but I should test that, Zainab. Thank you for the insight. My favorite songs. Okay, is it possible to have instances Nanite objects? So yes, when you have a Nanite object, you can just make as many copies of it, and they are always instances. Basically, so here, let's say what? This is a static mesh now, okay? And this chair is used everywhere here. If we press Ctrl space and turn this into a Nanite mesh, all of these are now Nanites. All the chairs. So they're immediately instanced from each other, right? Now it's taking time to compile shaders and whatnot. And we agreed that Nanite meshes have bright color. And if you want to see what's going on, so it's like, how can I put it? I would never explain it like Unreal Sensei, He made a video, why Unreal Engine? Harun, what do you want? Big deal. So this is a video I'm gonna post in the chat. For anyone have any question on Nanite, like if you want the simplest, how can I put it in my words? Sometimes I forget English. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of if you have a mesh with millions of polygons, instead of creating LODs for that mesh, let's just put it that way. If you want to simplify things, Nanite will create all the LODs we want for that mesh automatically. There is so much happening under the hood. Actually, William Fauché made an amazing detailed video on what is Nanite and how it works and all. But I'm just like, this, don't take my words for it. I'm just like, this is really stupidest explanation. So I'm gonna like change the visualization on how we see things from wireframe to Nanite, so you can see what's going on. I'm gonna go to clusters, and the further we go, you can see like the level of detail is changing, right? And if we go closer and closer, we see now more details. Now this is of course not the best example to show because this barely have a couple of thousands of polygons. But imagine having like thousands of this or millions. Now with Nanite we can. But I think it kind of messed it up. So not all meshes can be nanited. Yeah, I need to look into this. There are options we can change, options we can play with, but for now I'm gonna disable Nanite on this, keep it as it is. I would use Nanite on photo scanned meshes and whatnot, like Quixel meshes. I would not use it on my architectural projects. There are cases where you use it, of course, but I don't think it's a good idea to use it on this chair because this is literally have no polygons compared to meshes we have that have literally millions and millions of polygons, right? And we got a question on displacement, but I never covered it. I think we should cover it another time. Hey, Paris, good evening. How are you, Paris? Paris Barut. You made it to the stream today. All right. Taking a few final questions, my guys. Hey, Bruno, my pleasure, man. Cheers from Portugal. Hey, cheers. Is it possible Unreal to Twinmotion? Paris Barut? Yes, absolutely. From Unreal to Twinmotion. We spoke about it slightly earlier. If you type Unreal or Twinmotion to Unreal Engine workflow. This is workflow. Let's type workflow. There is this article you can read. There is a Twinmotion exporter to Unreal, but I'm not sure if it works with Unreal Engine 5 yet, but eventually it will. Hey, Rafael, thank you so much for answering people's questions, man. Really appreciate you. Amjad, thank you, man. Thank you. Taghi Muhammad. Hey, buddy. I hope you're doing well. So, Barut, my man. As you can see from this image, Twinmotion to Unreal Engine collaboration. We start with our Beam tools, Archicad, SketchUp, Revit, Rhino, 3ds Max, and so on. All these tools. From here, we can always go to Twinmotion, like with the DataThmet, of course, DataThmet exporter. And you can always refine, iterate, and so on. And from Twinmotion to Unreal Engine. And this is like from 2020. Yeah, 2021. Unreal to Twinmotion, export FBX, import FBX. I would use the bridge. And the bridge, if you type, it's, let's go back to Google. I never tried the bridge yet, to be honest. I have to try it someday. So if you type Unreal Engine Twinmotion bridge, marketplace, and yeah, no, not this. Well, let's type Twinmotion bridge. Can I find it? Well, let's type Twinmotion importer. Direct link. Trees Max, Archicad, Forms, Revit. DataThmet Twinmotion importer plugin for Unreal Engine. This is work. It's still in beta, and it's for Unreal 426 and 427. If you go to the click here, it will take you to the marketplace. You can see this is beta 4. It's been a while since this got an update. Of course, in 427. And there are full release notes here. Yeah, of course, it's updated for the latest Twinmotion version. So for anyone who is interested, you can go to twinmotion.com /ENUS plugins, or just go to Twinmotion and type plugins. And here is the documentation. Can enable it in the engine once you install it. I think it's also a separate branch. This is why I didn't try it. We're gonna try it in one of these upcoming streams. Let's see what other questions we got before we close. So, Yusuf Harunis, the co-star of the show. Come here. Stop meowing, please, but come here. You want this? Yes. Prove you are the co-star of the show, bro. Go. Hey, good boy. I wish I could carry the camera so you can see him like when he pick it with his mouth and he walks like this. He's so funny when he do it. Go. Give him catnip. He'll really space out. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Bruh. Where is it? Get you some catnip. Keep meowing. In his space out. You guys love cats. He's here. Do you want to sit here? What do you want? Okay, let's read the chat. Do you want to read the chat? Say meow. Answer some questions. That's a no? I think that's a no. Okay. I'm reading chat. There are things that I cannot understand. Voice text, American Sign Language translator chatbot with Blender Python and SQL idea. Mocap bone transformers. Whoa, that's a cat translator you're working on, Rafael? Have you used DLSS Nvidia with Preview? Is DLSS supported in UE5? I think it's only for Unreal Engine 4. Nvidia DLSS. I tried it with UE4, of course, that's for sure. But let's see real quick. I'm not sure if it's like we have Lumen now and ray tracing. I won't say it's deprecated, but for where is their official website? So now it's a plugin. Is this the latest released? Yes. Where is the plugin? So Nvidia DLSS plugin download. Get started. What? What? Okay, sit down. Maybe he wants some love, guys. Do you want some love, bro? Want some attention? Yes, he wants attention. So if we go here, it's 427, Unreal Engine 5. I think it's for Unreal Engine 5. Where is the download page? So this must be for the early access. So this must be for the early access. Should wait a little bit. Don't hit me, bro. He turned him into a dog. Yeah, I should eat. I ate one meal a day a couple of hours ago. I sometimes forget to eat. I just feed Harun. He eats instead of me. That's a very nice emoji here. Chill cat. How can I do that? That's a nice one, Chris. Chris Clark. I'm jelly. I need to do that emoji. So chill. Oh yeah, there we go. Guys, can you spam chill cat in the chat? Let's see how many of you like Harun. And as you can see, maybe there is so much different time difference in the stream timing. So let's spam cats before I go. I need to go for a walk, get some food, send some emails, and Yasin, I would say, so to answer your question, when to use Twinmotion when Unreal Engine and when Unreal Engine, I would use Twinmotion if I want to quickly visualize ideas, to quickly work with lighting sorry, to iterate on my designs. So if you want to like get visuals extremely fast, or if you want to push something to the cloud, Twinmotion, that's a so I'm gonna show you how to find the chill cat, guys. If you type first the emoji here and then type here chill cat, you will find him here. Okay, so when Yasin, I would use Twinmotion if I want to get my ideas fast, if I want to render images fast, if I want to, you know, present my concepts yet, like in the design process, I use Twinmotion. And for Unreal Engine, it's for everything else. When I want to use it with digital twins, when I want to create interactive demos, if I want, you can't compare. Each have their own use. And yeah, that's your question, of course. And when you finish your concept, your designs, you're satisfied on it in Twinmotion, you can export it to Unreal Engine. Twinmotion is built on top of Unreal Engine, by the way, just so you know. So technically you are still in Unreal Engine when you're using Twinmotion, but it's like in Twinmotion environment. Yo, Alexandro, cheers, man. Welcome back again. Welcome back, Alexandro. By the way, if I don't read specific text, my guys, like there is chat, sometimes it's hard to read. There is like the text is small and the screen is large. Fire, sorry. I'm doing my best though. Thank you so much, Chris. Cheers from Australia. Oh, nice. Eat spam and cats. Yeah, guys, you can spam cats. That's a nice one, Adam. Mahatma, since you mentioned Twinmotion, I always get better results with Twinmotion than Unreal Engine. Come on. With Twinmotion, if you use the path tracer, yes, that's for sure. With the Unreal Engine, it takes more work. I can give you that. It's harder to get the same nice results, let's say, in Twinmotion as you can do in Unreal. But in Unreal, once you get familiar with light baking or with, well, Twinmotion, I'm certain Twinmotion will get Lumen sometime in the near future. Maybe not this year, but who knows. Each program have its own different use. For me, I use Twinmotion a lot when we are concepting buildings and like yeah, when we are concepting buildings. What I love about Twinmotion, we can push to the cloud with one click, and you can take that link and send it to the customer, and they can, like, it's amazing what you can do with Twinmotion and how you can get feedback and send feedback and whatnot. I would learn both, and Twinmotion is like a tool you can learn literally in 20 minutes, right? The Unreal Engine is what will oh, I forgot English. Unreal Engine is what will differentiate your skills. So I would learn both, I would use both, and I would find my own use case scenarios for both. That would be the best answer I would give. It's really up to you. All right, guys. Please do join us on Discord. I spoke today, like, so we can finish the stream. Where is it? I'm trying to find that channel in announcements. I spoke today to you guys about like what we are doing and the type of how we want to, you know, make this community stronger. So we want to understand more of your needs, the what's annoying, what's not. Like there is a lot. So if you can go to announcements, you can go here, read this, speak with your boy Adnan. Please do that. Also leave an emoji so we know you read it. and come to the server, show us your finished work or your work in progress. We will start reviewing your work. Hey, Pravin, leave a like, you know. And in Unreal Engine, this is questions section. We do our best to answer stuff. Again, your boy AJM, Abdul Jabbar, he's from our team. I told him specifically, bro, I need your help answering the community's question. So it would be amazing also if you guys can help each other and help all of us grow together. With that said, thank you so much. I hope to see you again very soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live here tomorrow. It might be the other channel, the Arabic channel for the Habibis. But there will be more and more live sessions coming soon. Go to vrdivisionacademy.com, sign up, make an account. And I'm gonna post this here again. If anyone is interested in upcoming tutorials and live training and like special community, go to this link and go join the waiting list. We will send you emails with like, it's amazing. This guy is meowing so much I can't focus. So Harun, thank you so much for ruining the stream or the end of it. You're a good boy. Okay, guys. Alexandro, I still have a lot of difficulties with the reflections on UE5. The preview one looks better, but can you make mirrors yet? So the fastest way before we close to make mirrors, I won't say is the best way. Like, it's I would say Lumen is still work in progress. So I would not expect the best results in Unreal Engine 5. Like, I mean, having real-time global illumination as we can see now. So if I delete this material with like any material, right? Like, let's just watch the lighting disappear and change. This is like, this is the holy grail of computer graphics. Like, if you say this to anyone, like, just 5 years, 6 years ago, this is like science fiction. So compared lighting, baked lighting and like ray traced reflections and whatnot, Lumen is getting there someday. Alexander, it's a good time to get into it, to experiment with it, but I would not use it for my final projects. Of course, you can go to the Archviz community on Facebook. They do so many tricks. It's a very active community there. So quickly to speak about material mirrors. So I'm gonna make a material here before we go. That's the last question for today. And I'm gonna click 0, add it to metallic. I'm gonna make this. Oh wait, I'm just gonna add this to the roughness, and not the metallic though. Is this right? Or did I forget how to make mirrors? This is not a mirror surface, it's like aluminum or something. Yasin, thank you so much, man. I would not say this is the best mirror, but like, yeah, it's working. It's actually reflecting what we have here. So if you add some lights, this is a very interesting project that I would like to tackle more and make it look very nice. So I'm gonna experiment with it behind the scenes as well and show you guys where we can get with it. But with all that, thank you so much. Come here, say thank you so much. Yeah. Say meow. Say meow. I'm gonna translate. Say meow. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Well, take care, and I will see you very soon. Thank you so